Hey y'all, good morning from a backwater creek on the Tennessee River. It's going to be a beautiful day, and we're going to try to catch us some fish in a place that was absolutely loaded out here last week. For regular viewers, you saw me fish this backwater creek, and the carp spawn was going on last week. There were hundreds of fish back here thrashing around in the grass, doing their spawning ritual. Caught a bunch of carp here. Got some catfish here. I said, you know what? I want to come back a week later and see what's going on here now. Will there be any spawning activity still going on here? Well, there isn't. There's nothing happening now. But I also wanted to know, like, all of those fish that were here, and there was a buttload of fish here, man. How many will still be here? Will there be any other fish here? Because all them carp, when they were up in the grass, they laid their eggs. So will other types of fish like catfish and anything else come in here and eat those eggs and eat the carp fry as they hatch? I have to believe it would be a great food source for a lot of fish. I said, I'm gonna come back a week later and we're gonna fish and see what's going on. So the sun is up. I'm late getting out here. A little chilly this morning. We had some rain and weather move through last night. You can take a look at this creek here and see it is chocolate milk, solid mud. The water is up. It's up more than it was last week, but we're gonna throw some baits out here and see what we can get. With as many fish that was here last week, I have to believe there's still some here. So we're gonna try to catch them if they are. So let's get some baits on there and get to it. So I'm going to be fishing two rods today, and they're both going to have the same exact rig. What we have here is called a method feeder. Now this is the cheap version here. This is off Amazon. It's got coil and wire around here, and you pack on pack bait, which I'll show you here in a minute, onto that and cast it out. And below it here, I've got couple swivels, one above it and one below it, with some 50-pound braid in between. So this feeder is forced to stay down here close to my hook, which is a number 6 size hook with a hair rig on it, and it's got a couple pieces of pink plastic corn. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this feeder and we're gonna put the pack bait on, and this is a mixture of breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs, cream style corn, and cherry flavored jello. You mix all that up and it creates this dough mixture, which you're going to pack on around your feeder. And when you cast this out, what you're doing is creating a little chum pile around your bait, which again, our bait today is the plastic corn on the hair rig, but we're going to add a little something to that. We're going to put on the type of bait that dang near every type of fish will eat, a worm. I've got us a can of just live red worms here. And this worm rig that we're putting together here, man, it is effective because the chum with the pack baits there brings the fish in, and then you got two options to catch them. As they suck up the breadcrumbs and the corn, they'll get your plastic corn in there and get to hook. Or you got some catfish in the area, panfish of some kind, bass. You've got this worm on there, tempting them as well. And of course the carp and buffalo love the worms too. So we'll put that on. We'll cast this out. I've got my Catfish Sumo chopstick rods here. It's a light tackle catfish rod with a soft tip. Makes casting this pack bait super easy. And 30-pound braid from a mainline, a Daiwa BG 4000 reel. And I'm just going to cast. We're going to put a little distance between our baits. I've set up here on this side of the creek. I'm going to cast one over here that direction, and I'm going to cast another one down, kind of get in that creek channel. There is some flow in here because of the rain last night, so we got some water movement that's going to disperse our scent. Now I'm just going to lower my drag down and set that in a rod holder. We'll get the other rig tied on, or I've got it tied on, you know what I mean. Get it baited up, is what I'm trying to say. I'll get it here. I can't get my words out at all. I'll get it together here directly. I need to slow down is what I need to do. Fumbling my words, making a fool of myself on this video, and we ain't even caught the first fish yet. But let's do this one the same way. Pack the pack bait on there, get us a worm on, cast it out, and then we'll be sitting back relaxing, waiting on a fish to bite. Oh, first fish. First fish. It's on the one we cast out farther down here in the creek, but it didn't take too long. I've probably been sitting here 15, 20 minutes. I wasn't sure how long it would take today since I'm just not really seeing any fish. Now, granted, it is hard to see fish visually in here because of the, well, he's pulling too. Look at him go. Look at him go, man. He's hitting it and getting it. But because of the chocolate milk muddy water conditions, it's hard to see fish. Like coming up through this creek, I just couldn't look down in the water and see anything. But I have to believe there's still some fish here. With as many was in here spawning, some of them had to stick around. And you would think some of them would be coming in late. Like, not all fish spawn at the same time. Some come early, you get the big wave of them, and then some come late. So I would have thought maybe there would still be some spawning activity going on today. But I'm not seeing anything, spawning-wise, anyhow. But there's clearly at least one fish still here. Oh, that's a catfish. That's a catfish. I thought it was a carp the way he was running. That's a cat. That ain't a bad cat either. It's a blue. I'll be doggone. Well, folks, I wondered, with all them carp that was in here spawning, their eggs, their fry, that's an easy meal for other types of fish. I thought some stuff might be moving in. I got several catfish last week. I'm gonna bust out my measuring board for him. I'm in a catfish slot tournament again this month, for month of May here. I want to put him on there and see how long he is. Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing for me for my slot tournament. Too short for that. He's just under 27 inches, but still, fish number one. A few minutes into the trip here, got him a worm, folks. I tell you, adding a worm. I don't care if it's a red worm, night crawler, whatever you got access to. Go dig some worms out of your backyard or garden. Just stick them on the hook with your carp rigs. And not only will you catch carp and buffalo with that, but those bycatches, the catfish, bass, you get some bluegill, you know, variety of species, because everything's going to eat a worm. So I'm going to get this baited up again. We're going to send the same setup. That's what we're fishing with today. Pack bait, worms, plastic corn. That's what we're rolling with today. And if we sit here and catch catfish, I guess we'll just catch catfish. I'm okay with that. It don't matter to me. I want to get some bites, man. There's our next rig heading out. Let's cast it out there. We'll try to get it kind of in that same general area right there, because we want to, every time we cast, we're just putting more pack bait, more chum in that area, and hopefully get them fish drawn into there. But that current is going to send our scent on down in this creek, so anything that's farther down can hopefully lock in on it and come find it in this muddy water. This one right here is getting hit again. I actually think something's got it. I believe we've got another catfish, folks. And I believe if we do, he ain't gonna be as big as the last one. If we're gonna get catfish today, folks, we're gonna need them bigger than this now. This thing right here ain't worth stealing a worm over. Maybe it ain't a catfish. Could be a panfish. No, it isn't. It's a channel cat. It's like, man, that thing's small. Well, he left the worm on there for us. Look at that. We got a refund on that at least. It's almost like you didn't even happen, channel cat. He's mad about it too. He said he wants that worm. I ain't giving it to you. I want that thing back. And worms, I'm fine with catching catfish today, but this is, ideally, I'd like to catch me some big old carp. That's what I'd like to do, channel cat. You seen any down there? I ain't seen any since I got out here today. He said he wouldn't tell me. Even if he did, he won't even open his mouth so I can get that dang hook out. Oh, ornery channel cat. I'm gonna have to take pliers to that thing just because he won't open up. There. Get out of here, you old thing. I'll use you as bait. Not think twice about it. Well, let's put our worm back on here, y'all. I just rebaited the other one. a little while ago just to spruce it up. I figured at this point the current has probably washed all of the pack bait off of that other one, so I went ahead and switched it out. We're probably going to have to change out. I gotta get that dang hair rig unwrapped there too. There we go. We're going to switch out our pack bait, or refresh it, I should say, probably about every 30 minutes, just because of the flow in the creek today with the rain we got yesterday. And I'm hoping I brought an umbrella just in case today it's clouding up out here. Now we may get wet. You may want to grab you a slicker before the next fish, because we liable to get rained on today. I'm prepared because I got my umbrella just in case, but I know some of y'all don't want to get your hair wet, so you better prepare for it now. Let's get this one on there and get it cast back out, see if we can find something bigger than that channel cat. I'll be doggone. Right here, this left rod got hit now. He's on there too. What do we have here? I think we've got another catfish. This is carp fishing gone wrong, folks. I knew they'd have a chance today of catching some cats and other fish in here that's probably up in here after the carp fry. But apparently it's going to be a bunch of catfish up in here today. I don't have any cut bait with me to put on there unless we was to cut up one of these channel cats, which we could certainly do. A fish like this, whether it's a live bait or cut him up as cut bait, we could do that. But I think we're going to stick with the worm, especially that one right there. He gave us the worm back. The worms will catch the catfish, and they'll also catch the carp. And this trip, it's really educational for me because I'm not a very good carp fisherman. I'm still learning how the process works with them, like during the spawn and whatnot. I got on a spawn bite a couple years ago. I just happened to be right place, right time, and it was amazing. And of course, last week I got lucky again and just happened to be on the water while it was going on. Hold on, had my daggone camera mount there wrapped up in my line. Now I got it around the rod tip. Y'all cast this rod for me. I can't function right now. There we go. Cast that back over there. But yeah, I don't pretend to be an expert on carp. I just, spring to fall, I'm able to work in these backwater creeks and catch a few. Now, like I said, last week there, I stumbled into the carp spawn. It was amazing, and I just, for educational purposes for myself, I wanted to come back here and see what was going on a week later. Is it truly that those carp spawn, and they don't last long, 2-3 days, the carp spawn lasts, and then they're just gone? Is there another wave of them that comes in? Like, this is stuff I just don't know. I don't have enough experience with it. And so I wanted to come back here this week and see what was going on. And thus far, we haven't seen hide nor hair of any carp, but there does seem to be some catfish in here. And there certainly was last week too when the spawn was going on, but it's easy meals for them right now. A lot of food in here for these catfish with as many carp as there were. And I don't know how many eggs a carp lays, but I'm sure it's in the thousands. So do the math on that. There's hundreds of fish that was in here, and all of them dropping potentially thousands of eggs. There's a lot of food between the eggs, and I don't know how long it takes for carp eggs to hatch, turn into fry. Like, there's a lot of food in here for these catfish and other fish. So I imagine there's going to be, not only today, but in the next week or two, probably fish coming in here to feed on these things. So we're gonna fish out here this morning and see what happens. I hope we get some carp at some point. I hope we get some buffalo. I hope it's not all catfish, but so far that's what we're getting, so we can only reel in what bites. Well, I've made a little change, y'all. I initially set up just up here and was casting my baits kind of over in the current flow, and we got them channel cats there and that blue, but really just, I've sat there another hour and nothing more going on. Meanwhile, I'm seeing some fish, some activity down here. It looks like carp kind of tailing on the edge of the grass line over there. So I've slid down here. I've cast one of my lines kind of on the edge of the grass line. I don't know if you can see, I can't zoom on this camera, but it's like I see their tail occasionally coming up. They're not spawning, like they're not thrashing around. It's like they're just over there kind of rooting around in the grass, trying to find food and stuff. So I've cast one over there, and I've cast one over toward the shoreline this direction. This is kind of a slack water area here. The flow comes beside us going down this way, and over here it's kind of calm water. So we're going to try this out for a little while. It'll either work or it won't, but if we can get those fish to eat, that would be awesome. And if this don't pan out, I'm gonna go on the other side of the creek over there, kind of in the slack water there on the edge of that grass line, and see what's going on there. We're just going to keep working our way down until we get bit. I don't know if you can see my line going down. There has been 2 or 3 carp just kind of working around where my bait is there. I see one right now. He's over there right by it. There was another one that was just tailing over there behind him, but they're right there on my bait and just won't take it. They must have eaten every drop of that, every flake of them breadcrumbs, but have not got my hook. It's so frustrating. Oh, there goes that rod. There goes that one. All right. All right. I'd moved it, I'd rebaited. I had this one cast over here. He's thrashing around everywhere out there. I ended up throwing it over here to the left when I wasn't getting bit over here. I've kept the other one right over here in this area because I keep seeing fish over there. I just can't get them to eat it. It's the damnedest thing. But this one here went down. It's been a while. I've had a long break, y'all. But it's a nice day. Sprinkled for a little while, but otherwise a nice day. I'm just gonna sit out here and enjoy it. Got this creek to myself. I'm gonna take whatever fish wants to bite. This here's another smaller blue cat. I thought he was bigger than that. He certainly thrashed around like he was for a minute. Get in here, blue kitty. I bet you when I've been standing up moving around in the kayak there for that fish, I bet I spooked all them carp over there, because I probably jerked my line back and forth. Carp or catfish, you may have cost me a carp potentially. Who would have ever thought it would be so difficult to catch a carp here today with how many there were last week? But by gosh, we're still skunked on the carp so far. Well, there he is. Oh, blue kitty. Tell him hi and bye, kitty. We've turned this into a catfish trip, folks. He got my dang hook in the net there too. Yeah, y'all, it's a different world out here this week, that's for sure. But there are some carp here. I've seen a few, mainly over there around my bait, but something's off with it. It just ain't wanting it. But I'm gonna keep this setup going here for a little while. I do think at some point I probably will move on down. If the bite don't pick up here anyway, I'll probably move on down, try that other side, that other weed line over there, and just see if I can't bust something over there on that side. Oh, I got another one on this left rod. Okay, that's 2 in a row here. Is it another cat though? It ain't running like a carp. Now, I didn't catch any buffalo up in here last week, so I'm inclined to believe this is probably another cat, but he's coming right at me. I ain't seen a look. I gotta look at him yet. I just can't talk today. I keep fumbling my words. It's a good thing I'm not doing a long unedited video today. I'd never get through it. I'm about to get hooked on phonics or something here, folks. That is another cat. All catfish today so far. But by gosh, it's bites. I just wish if we're gonna catch catfish, I'd like to catch some that are either huge or get some that's at least between 29 and 30 inches from a slot term. This here's another one that's gonna be way too small to score in my slot tournament. That small hook got him. right behind the dang jawbone right there. You got to be careful when you're using these smaller hooks here, because you can bend them in these fish. There we go. Taking them out and stuff. All right, kitty. Oh. Well, he's out of here. He wasn't having nothing of it. He is done interacting with you. Let me get this bait back out, man. I'll sit here and catch another one if I can. Rod on the right, though. I rebaited it after that last fish because I was looking around over there. I think when I was fighting the last cat, I probably moved the kayak, moved that feeder down there, spooked them fish. So I didn't see them over there anymore. They were gone, but I've rebaited and put it over there. So hopefully they come back through. All the crumbs and everything was gone on my feeder. So they were over there eating it, but just wouldn't hit the bait. So here's what I done. I took the worm off that hook on that one. It's just got the plastic corn only over there now. So I don't know that the worm was deterring them, because I mean, I've caught a bunch of carp on worms, but worth a shot because they were all over and just wouldn't take the hook. So we'll try that and see. We're about to catch another one on that left rod. Something's over there working that rod tip. I'm gonna pick up on it. I think he may have it. If I feel weight, I'm gonna jerk his jaw. He's swimming back up the creek with it. Oh, buddy, did you see that? He come plumb out the water. I don't know if that was a cat or a carp, but he come flying up out of there. This creek, even though the water's up today, it's still real shallow. So these fish, they can't really go down. They can just go side to side or up. Oh, that's a big carp right there. Big old carp, man. Finally, y'all. Oh man, finally. It's took all daggone morning out here. We finally got one. That's a good one too. That there's worth the wait. I'm gonna play him out a little bit. He didn't really burn much energy yet. He was coming right at me for most of the fight. Oh man, that's awesome. This whole morning out here, I've been just feeling dumb seeing these carp over here and can't catch a nary one. It's like when carp fishing goes wrong, man, you can't catch one. Nothing but cats. But by gosh, we got one. We ain't getting skunked on the carp after all, as long as I can get him in here. He ain't done yet though. It ain't over yet, but as long as he don't pull that hook out here last minute, we good. I'll tell you another thing too that's I haven't tried today, and probably won't, because I don't want to switch out my rigs at this point. But last week the pink corn rigs way outperformed, like 10 to 1 over the yellow corn rigs. Oh, don't get up there in my anchor poles, fish. So I just come out here today, I got 2 pink rigs tied on, but surely to goodness that wouldn't make a difference today. I don't know. I don't know, folks. What I do know is we finally got one here, and I'm gonna get him in the net if I can. There we go, we got him. That's a pretty good one. That's pretty good. Probably weighed a little more last week before the spawn, but still, it's a quality fish right here. Well, since it's the first carp of the day, I'm gonna hold him up there and give him some front camera time. You got me needing to take this dang sweatshirt off here, Carp. I'm getting hot now. I got excited over that fish. He was doing acrobatics out there, man. Come flying up out of the water. I hope my hand wasn't blocking the camera view when that happened. Finally. Thank you so much, Carp. Getting the skunk out. I'm gonna give that a fist pump just because, man. Finally, y'all. Nothing's more for, it's one thing you go fishing and you ain't catching what you want, but you don't know if they're there or not. But I know there are some carp here because I can literally see them over here to my right. See their tails come up, I see them swimming around, but they just ain't having it. I don't know why. They ain't having that rig with the worm. I took that off. They still ain't having it, so I don't know. But I do know that casting over here into the current with this rod, it is working for us. We got the catfish, now we've got that carp there, so I'm gonna send it back out with a worm on it, and we're gonna just, if they'll keep biting over there, I'm glad to keep sending it over there to them. This rod, he's got it, he's got it. Let's see what we got this time. Not a daggone thing, because I just pulled it out of his mouth. Something definitely had it, I don't know what. Whatever it was, got our worm. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, man, and I still see some over at the edge of that grass right now. I'm moving this rod, y'all. I'm gonna cast it over here where the dang, I mean, obviously there's fish over there, but the ones over here are willing to eat. So I'm gonna put that bait, I'm gonna cast it that way and put this one kind of over here beside me, put some distance between them. But I wanna get them both over here. My left rod, something's after it again. My line, I'm gonna stand up, my line is slack. I think something may have this bait and be coming back at us potentially. I'm gonna catch up with him here, and if I feel anything, I do feel him. Let me tighten down just a little bit. Got him. Got him, buddy. I don't think it's what we want to get though. I think it's another small cat. Dadgummit. They're gonna have some shad to eat here too. They're actually floating back up that way. I went to put my pack bait bag in my cooler, and I remember I had some shad in there from the other day I forgot about. That cooler smells every bit as good as you would think it would. And so I dumped them old rotted shad out. So these channel cats, they're gonna have a little snack. May give you food poison, channel cat. Them things have been in there a while. Oh goodness, get on out of here. Well folks, I'm about out of time. It's lunchtime now. I've spent all morning out here and very limited bites. One carp. I've seen, I don't know, 15 or 20 over here to my right. Some of them may have been the same fish, but still I've seen a lot of them over here, and I just can't make it happen today. So I don't know what's up. But anyway, this video ain't quite over yet, folks. I've got some other filming to do with my dog Daphne. She got another electric bike, and so it's going on here when I get home here. We got to put that on this part of the video, so if those of you stick around, you're gonna see me on an electric bike versus the baby cheetah, aka Daphne the dog. And this bike we got this time, it's fast. It's the fastest bike I've ever had, so her undefeated streak may be coming to an end, folks. But anyway, I'll see you here in a minute when I get home. Well, it's gonna take me more than a minute to get home, but you know what I mean. The next clip here, it's gonna be that bike race. Well folks, the carp fishing may have been subpar, but the action's about to heat up, because me and old Daphne the dog right here, aka the baby cheetah, we about to race her brand new electric bike, because she just got this model right here. This is the Birch Grolar from birchhunters.com, and I'm gonna tell you folks, this bike right here, this thing is fast. This is the fastest bike we have ever received on this channel. And me and Daphne here, we've done several of these bike showcasing videos the last few years. This thing is fast as lightning. The baby cheetah is gonna have a true race on her hands today when we put this thing in a race around the yard. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start over at the power lines, go full speed down the hill, around the property, around the house here. Whoever gets back the power lines first, that's the winner. So she's met her match on this bike. I'm gonna win me one of these races finally. But let me show you the bike here and kind of go over the features of it before we have the race. So again, this is the Birch Grolar model. It is an all-wheel drive electric bike, meaning it has a motor on both the front wheel and the rear wheel. And those are 750 watt motors that are on there. So those are powerful motors. You can actually adjust though. If you don't want it to be all-wheel drive, if you want to save on battery life, or maybe the terrain that you're on is better having one or the other engaged, you can change it in the settings. So you just go up here on your screen and you see up here in the corner, there's a little man on a bicycle. The wheels are red on both the tires there, or both the wheels. That indicates that both of the motors are engaged, but you can go into your settings and choose front wheel only, rear wheel only, or both, whatever you prefer. Now, while we're on the screen here, I'll show you the other features. So up in the corner, you've got your battery life indicator, speedometer, of course. You've got your odometer. You can see I've already ridden this thing a couple miles just to try it out because it is fast. Down here in the corner, though, is your pedal assist. That's operated here on the left handlebar, which you can go up or down 5 levels depending on what you want. And what pedal assist does, let's say you want to ride this thing like a regular bike. As you pedal, the motor will help you. So you're going up an incline or a hill or rough terrain, the motor will kick in and help you pedal so it's not so physically exhausting on your body. And you can change that again from levels 1 to 5. Or if you want to, you can ride this thing like a regular bike. It's got 9-speed Shimano gears over here on the right handlebar. But otherwise, your other features here, it's got a headlight in the front. You just hold that button down and it will turn on this huge headlight in the front. So if you're riding after dark, low light periods, you've got you a headlight. The other thing that's cool about this bike is it has a brake light here in the back that is integrated with your brakes on your handlebars. So when you squeeze the brakes, the tail light lights up back here, which is also a nice safety feature if you're taking this thing out on the road. But otherwise, this bike, man, it is a heavy duty frame, 400-pound payload capacity. You've got 26-inch fat tires that are not only wide tires making for a comfortable ride, but they're also puncture resistant. So if you've got this thing on a trail, out in the woods, you're out there hunting with it, you don't have to worry about a thorn sticking into the tire and ending up with a flat tire a long ways from wherever you're putting in at there. This bike has an awesome range on it too, up to 85 miles on this thing. And it's powered, it's got a lithium battery in the frame here itself, which you can, it's got a key right here that locks it in place, but you can take that battery out if you want to, or you can just plug in your charger right here on the frame and charge it like that. But this, man, this is a good looking bike. It's a step through model, which personally I find to be helpful on a bike this big, because this is a big bike, man. I don't know how well it's showing up here on the video. I'm gonna try to put myself next to it. I'm 6'1". And so to get up on the seat, if this was like a mountain bike style, you got to have some gymnastics level flexibility to get on some of these taller bikes. But with the step through model, if you've got poor mobility or you're not very flexible, you can easily step over that and hop up on the seat there. It makes it super easy getting on and off this thing. But I'm gonna just kind of do a panoramic here and show you the features. It's got this nice rear cargo area. You can strap down your gear on. You've also got up front here in front of the headlight, you've got another area here that you can strap stuff to. All in all, man, this is just a really, really good looking bike. And it is, again, it's a heavy duty bike. Like, man, this is a heavy bike. It's got a solid frame on it. Like, if you're taking this thing, if you're planning on doing some like off-road adventures, maybe you're taking this thing out on hunting trips, like it's got a frame and a body that's going to hold up to what you're going to put it through. And like I said, this thing, it's fast, y'all. Even coming up hills, most electric bikes really struggle going up hills. It's a flaw in electric bikes, man. But this one here, having the 2 motors, it really keeps its speed going up the hill. So Daphne the dog over here, when we have our race, she's in for it today, y'all. I'm gonna finally get a win. So let me get the camera strapped to the chest. Y'all holler at your dog over here. We're gonna race this thing. The Birch Grolar from birchhunters.com. We're gonna put it to the test. All right, dog, are you ready? Let's go. Race is on. She's off to an early lead. I gotta slow down going down this hill. She's got more. She's fearless going down the hill, not me. We're gonna catch up with her going up the hill though. I'm telling you, man, this thing, it'll get up and go going up the hill. Look at this. 17 miles an hour up the hill, 18 miles an hour. Oh, we're ahead of her. We're ahead of her. You cheated, dog. You cheated. You cut around the course. Look right here. I just beat her. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it on the camera. I beat you, dog. First time ever, I beat you. I was ahead of you at the power lines. Look here, she's gonna try to eat the tires, but that's okay. You go ahead and eat them tires, dog. They puncture resistant. She's upset. She's a sore loser. She got beat. I knew this bike had a chance of beating her. And I ain't even Evel Knievel style on it either. I couldn't not get on the brakes on this thing. Watch me put it on this kickstand right here. Got a real nice kickstand. You pick it up and set that back tire off the ground, y'all. But you got beat, dog. You got beat to Baby Cheetah, no longer undefeated. I beat you. The whole world's seen it. I knew this bike. I knew this was the one. I knew it was my day, you old dog. Y'all, it took a few years and a lot of bikes, but we finally found one fast enough to beat a Baby Cheetah. She's down there, got her head hung in shame that her undefeated streak is over, all thanks to the Birch Grolar. So shout out to Birch. Thank y'all so much for sending me and Daphne this bike. Y'all, this is the real deal. That all-wheel drive motor setup, I'm telling you, it's fast. It'll go faster than what I want to go on an electric bike. That's for dang sure. So anyway, y'all check them out there, birchhunters.com. I'll have a link down in the video description along with a promo code to save you a few bucks if you decide to make a purchase. But definitely check this out, man. This is a really cool, really fast bike. And if you like going fast, if you got a dog like the Baby Cheetah over here that you need to race and win, this is the one right here. So anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in to the fishing today. Thanks for sticking around for the bike race. We'll see you in the next one.